Alright guys, let's see how we can rearrange this thing right here. Uh, I'm out taking videos, and apparently I'm going to have to set this thing way back. There we go. Trying to practice doing some feather sticking. There we go, a little bit better in the frame. So, never done a live on YouTube before. I don't know how it's going to work out. It might work, it might not. So, believe it or not, it takes practice to make feather sticks. So, that's what I'm out here doing, practicing. There you go. Nice little one. Start you a good little fire with that. Do the same thing on this end. There you go. Got you two of them on there. So you start your nice little fire with that. Especially in South Mississippi. If this was fat wood, which I'm in a pine forest, so you could do whatever. But how is everybody today? Give me a thumbs up. I've never done a live on YouTube before, so I don't know how it works. So we'll see how this video works out. But anyway, I'm just out here in the woods. I was filming for my survival course, my online survival course I'm working on. I was filming the introduction and the first module. I decided to do a little practice on the feather stick, which I got a little bit more practice to do. These were enough to start a fire though. So, but as with anything, it takes practice. So the whole idea about this is to give you more surface area to start a fire, and you can use wet wood, and the inside of your wood should be nice and dry. And that's a decent one right there. That will start you a good fire. I guess what they're looking for, like a lot of your survival instructors, is they want more curls in it. And sometimes it's hard to do with the hardwood that I'm using. But if this was fat wood, we'd have us a fire in a heartbeat. And I uploaded that video that everybody's going crazy over right now. I uploaded that video for 5 months ago, the one with the char cloth. And everybody's going nuts over the char cloth. I didn't know this was a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. But I uploaded that, and everybody's like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just use a big lighter? Well, the whole idea, the whole principle is to have a backup. Really learning a lot from your videos. Thank you for the great upload. Oh, you're welcome. I really appreciate it. No problem at all. I enjoy doing it. But the principle of the char cloth is basically so you always have a fire. You always want to think about your next fire. So when you make char cloth, let's say your ferro rod got lost in the woods or your lighter ran out of fluid. If you had char cloth, you would be able to use your lighter to make a spark onto your char cloth to start your next fire. So for everybody that's dogging me about that, please stop. There's a reason. And it's been used for a long time. But anyway, I decided to practice making some of these feather sticks. And as with anything else, it takes practice. So there you go. That's a decent little one right there. You get your 3 or 4 of those and you got your fire in no time. And basically I'm just practicing here and getting this set up where I can start me a fire next time I start a fire. It kind of reminds me of a pine cone, if you think about it. You know, if you look at how a pine cone's situated and you fray a pine cone open, it's the same concept. You got your layers on there and it does the same thing. But anyway, we got us a nice little feather sticks going on right here. Let's see. We can adjust these things here. I don't know how this works, so if you do a live, does it record it and put it on your channel? I don't know. I've never done this before, so. Comments. How do I go back to the comments? All messages are visible. Love the videos. America needs more good stuff, shows like this. Thanks for all the hard work. Hey, Ohio. You're very welcome, and I appreciate it. It's something I enjoy doing. If I'm a little heavy of breathing, I apologize. It's been that way ever since I had the COVID, and it's just been real. Everything's more strenuous, it seems like. So just a little bit of getting up and down into the woods, and it makes it a little harder. But feather sticks. These dudes right here. This one's a little one. That's not as good as this one. But this, you had several of these. In wet conditions, you could start a fire. Especially if this was made out of char cloth. You know, not char cloth, fat wood. If you had fat wood, you got your fire. And I think I'm out of the fat wood. But you can take any kind of wet stick and split it down and get to the dry stuff in the middle. And then you can feather it out and go ahead and have you a good old fire. So since there's 6, 7 of you on here now, I'll give you guys the opportunity. What would you like to see next? What video would you like to see as far as bushcraft survival type stuff? As long as it ain't crazy eat snails, something like that, you know. Any ideas? Send me a text or a message on here and let me know. I don't know why it keeps going away. Live chat. We used to use melted candle wax with sawdust. Yep, I've seen that before too. A quick shelter. All right, shelters. All right, that seems to be the going topic. Learning a lot. All right, I appreciate it. Kelly Williams, nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Brian Carpenter, thank you. Keith Crump, what's up, y'all? Charles. But anyway, I How about some shelters? All right, so all right, three out of seven say shelters. All right, we'll do some tarp stuff. I enjoy setting up tarps and stuff like that. And here soon, as you can see, I got my camera right behind me. I'm filming for the online survival course, and I'm going to put that together and been working on it very diligently here lately. And hopefully it'll be done in several weeks from now, but it'll be available. And there's going to be a course in there about shelters, how to build primitive shelters, and how to do regular tarps, tents, stuff like that. So basically, it's coming. The shelter videos are coming. Rope work, knots, and whatever. Okay, I got several of the knot videos on YouTube and TikTok. The problem is I can do 3-minute shorts. I can do 3-minute vertical videos on TikTok. I can only do 1-minute videos on YouTube. So on TikTok, Spear Outdoors on TikTok, I have a lot more videos than I do on YouTube. I also have a lot more followers over there too. I think on TikTok it's like 280,000. On YouTube it's only 5,000. It don't correlate for some reason. But I have a lot more knots and ropes and stuff there. But I do plan on doing an entire section of knots on my course. But anyway, feather sticks is the big thing this week because you got to practice this to start a fire, and that's going to be going in my videos as well. And actually that's one of the better ones I've done this week. Most of them look like this. It takes practice. I'm telling you, it takes practice. So you got to practice. If you're going to show people how to do stuff, you got to practice how to do it, But yeah. So shelter seems to be the question of the day, huh? What is I've never done these buttons down here. Oh no, we don't want to do that. And rope work and knots. Live chats, all comments. We'll get rid of that. Remember, guard your privacy, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, so this is my first YouTube live I've ever done. I've been eligible to do it for a while, but I just never had, up until last week, I only had like 500 or 600 subscribers. And then that one video, everybody is shot up to, was it 6,000 now? So I'm kind of excited about that because YouTube's better in the long run if you're looking at making any kind of money or anything, which money is not what I'm after. Neither is the fame or anything like that. Outstanding. Take your time, have fun. So I'll just keep practicing, keep focusing it on YouTube. And I got aggravated at first. Whenever I first started YouTube, I got real aggravated because I figured that, hey, I'd post a couple videos and all these people are going to come watch what I have to say. That is not the case. And the way it is set up, the way YouTube is set up, is that basically you got to earn your way up. And you really do. And that's what anything in life. I mean, anything in life, you still have to earn your keep. You have to earn your way up. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just a guy from South Mississippi that absolutely loves the outdoors. I'm retired military. I used to be a military medic. Retired 7 years ago or so, and for the past 10 years I've been real big into the survival and bushcraft thing, more towards the bushcraft. Survival is basically a 72-hour period of something went wrong or something's happening and you need help or you got to get back to civilization. Bushcraft is survival on purpose. Homemade traps and snares. All right. Yeah, there is a whole science to it, and I cannot figure it out, and I quit trying to figure it out. As far as the traps and snares, yeah, as far as those, I plan on going over it. The Mojave Scissor trap is my favorite trap, and But the problem is out here in these woods where I'm at is nothing but the Chinese privet trees. And whenever you bend them down to use them as a snare or a spring pole, they they stay. So once you bend them in a certain way, whenever the trap is sprung, they'll only come up just a little bit and the animal gets away. So I don't have the luxury out here of having little baby hardwoods and stuff like that. Bushcraft weapons, how many can you make? Well, a bow, a real quick field expedient bow, and a knife and spear, and what is the one called? I never could pronounce it. Alta, whatever it is. The long spear with the little thing on it, throw it a long distance. I always wanted to call it Atlat, something like that. Never been too spear chunker. That's me. Anytime I throw a spear, I am a spear chunker. Spear outdoors. So, yeah, I can't pronounce that word for some reason. I don't understand. My favorite thing of all times to do was starting fire. And if you look back through all my videos and stuff, you will know why. You will know that that is one of my favorite things. And the reason why, and here's the reason why, is years ago I went on a trip. And it was in the 30s, high 30s, early 40s every night. Yeah, I've done that as well too. I've cracked a bow. But anyway, it was in the high 30s, low 40s every night. And the first day it rained, and I walked out into the woods with my ferro rod, and I was, oh yeah, I got this. I'm a big survival dude. This was about 10 years ago. And that was when I finally said, I'm going to study it, because I could not get a fire lit and I froze to death. I mean, it was cold. So, uh, that I practiced every way there was that I can think of to make fire. And even I drove up and down the roads until I found a stand of bamboo, and I got some bamboo to make the bamboo fire saw, which people are eating me up in the comments about. But I did that and learned how to do it. Oh yeah, we got plenty of hogs. Come on, I got tons of them. Matter of fact, uh, I got walking back here into the woods. They've rooted this place up like crazy. But fire has always fascinated me ever since that point, and I will never go to a place where I can't start a fire, and I will always start a fire. And so a testament to that will be last year before last, I went on an 8-day trip in the middle of winter. All I had was a hammock and a tarp and a pound of beans, my pot, my knife, and a couple of, like, a change of clothes, not a lot. And I go out minimalistic, a primitive camper. I got out into the woods, and it started raining, and the river flooded, and it came up 30 something feet, and it was the highest it's ever been since 1927, 25 or 27. So for a long daggone time. And it was the highest it's been in almost a century. And it was so wet, you couldn't start a fire with a lighter. So I found some fat wood, and I made feather sticks, just like this, and I rubbed it until I got some powder. And I started a fire in the middle of the pouring rain, and I had fire for 8 days. We had to burn a lot of fat wood, but in that place that we were at, that's all there was on the ground was fat wood. I mean, everywhere. I've never seen so much. You couldn't chop it with an axe. It was so dense. So I chopped that puppy up, and I burn it in half, and then I break it and keep doing that. We had a fire for 8 full days in the rain, and it did not stop raining. We ate rats. We ended up catching a few catfish. We ate some catfish. Let's see, the previous trip before that, we ate the armadillo. Armadillo's pretty good. Tastes like pork. Let's see. We went squirrel hunting. I put some snares out. Didn't catch anything with the squirrels. Didn't catch any rabbits or anything like that. But we ended up mainly eating rat and catfish and the pound of beans for 8 days. So it was a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it. I enjoy that kind of stuff. I love it. And to me, when you get out there and you're in the woods and you don't have cell phone service, you're in heaven. So let's see what these comments were. Edible plants and poisonous, of course. Oh yeah, hogs are good eating. I love eating some hogs. Nothing like having some bacon running around in your woods. Fatwood. Fatwood is a dead pine tree or any kind of sap tree that basically, when the tree dies, the sap runs backwards or to the lowest point and to your tree branch. So when the sap comes back, it collects in the base of the stick, and then whenever you, it's very flammable, and so whenever you rub it and make you a powder like a sawdust, or make, you can shave it and you can make real fine shavings. It'll ignite with just a spark. I mean, and it's very good, and once it is lit, it's not going to go out even with water. So I mean, I can't say that it didn't go out in the rain. It's not easily put out. It stays. It's like burning a oil. It's a resin. It's like burning turpentine. You don't want to cook over it, obviously, but in that situation where you just move your fire over to the side and you rake some coals over there and you cook on top of your coals in the middle of the rain. It takes a little longer, but anyway. So YouTube Live is a lot like TikTok Live. Oh, you're welcome. Fatwood, cypress, you could do it with some cypresses. You could do it with cedar trees, fir trees, anything that has a resin, like a pine resin type deal, like a pine sappy thing. You could do that. I'm looking around here at all the pine trees. That's all I got is pine trees and sweet gum trees. Yeah, sweet gums. But you could do it with any of those. You have a great weekend too. I really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by on my first YouTube live. So I don't know how this works. Does anybody else know how it works? Do y'all go live on YouTube? Like whenever you're done, does it post the video and people view it, or what? Because I can't see somebody sitting here watching me ramble on for 23 minutes so far. That's crazy. But anyway, I was just out in the woods practicing these feather sticks, and feather sticks can come in real handy, and they're a real good fire starting technique. If you're having trouble finding dry wood or something dry like a tinder or kindling, especially kindling, if you're having trouble finding dry kindling, this will work. This will help. You can get you 3 or 4 of these and you'll have you a fire in no time. You just find you some good old tinder, some dry tinder. If you had some flat wood, I'm going to stay on YouTube. I ain't going nowhere. I will not go nowhere because YouTube was what started it with me, and eventually I'm going to finish it. Yeah, probably. How do you do that? You just go on and say, hey, I'm fixing to do a live video? I don't know. Maybe they do. I guess that's what that premiere thing's for. It's premiering here in a little while or whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'm going to do it some more. I'm mainly available more. I know a lot of people can't do it during the weeks, but I'm mainly available, from like 11 to 1 during the weekdays is when I do the majority of my filming in the woods, because I work in the afternoons, and it's easier for me to do it that way. So, but anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying it so far. I got plenty more tips and tricks to come. I'm not flashy. I'm a very humble person, and I take comments. I don't take them to heart, but I do take offense to some people's comments. Like, if you're going to leave that kind of comment, wow, how to survive, people will watch for sure, even if it's an hour long. Thanks for the hard work and great info. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the positive comments. Yep, YouTube's a different creature than all the other ones. Let me tell you, YouTube and TikTok, you put a video up there and you get 1 million views in a couple days. And YouTube, you put the same video up there and 8 months later, you finally hit 100,000 views. That's crazy. Thanks, Mike Williams. Appreciate it. So, but anyway, I try to stay humble with it. I try not to, I tried to go back and say, God bless you, instead of a curse word, whenever people, yeah, I do. I try to ignore them. But usually the ones that have something negative to say are the ones that need some kind of coaching in their life. And the ones that are negative about comments and don't understand it, they're just trying to be funny because they don't know how. And it takes people, I'll be honest with you, setting the gender aside, it is the men's fault. It is. It really is a lot of men's fault because men don't discipline their children no more, and they leave it up to the mothers. And if you look how God created us, the men are basically to be the stern disciplinarian types, and the women are supposed to be the nurturing, loving types for the children. And we've kind of gotten away from that. And the reason why is because, a lot of these broken homes, and, you got more men in jail than you do the females or moms. And the mom's doing the best she can to take care of the children, stuff like that. And it's just a big old mess. And that's why people lash out like that, is because there's no discipline. And those are the ones that you really need to. It's easy to go say, oh, you know what, forget you, and move on to the next comment. But those are the ones that you need to say, hey, thanks for the comment, God bless you, have a good day, and just heap a little bit of coals on their head. So, but anyway, I thank everybody for joining, and I'm fixing to head over. I got to edit some videos and everything. I just wanted to see what this YouTube live was all about. I've never done one before, and I appreciate for all you guys that did come in and stop by and say hello. I do appreciate you, and thank you so much for your support. And I really hope that God blesses you. So goodbye. Thank you so much. And y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you. And how do you turn this thing off? Hmm. All right. See you later. I don't know how to turn this thing off. Boy, I look like a clown. There we go. I figured it out. Huh. This is going to be America's funniest videos.